Welcome to Tracking the Wolves. My name is Josh Moon, Director of Athletics at Northern State University. Today our guest is third-year volleyball coach Brent Aldridge. Coach, you've been in season now for a couple of weeks. What have you seen from the program this year?
Competition basically in our gym. Every day they compete like crazy and we celebrate like crazy, and it's really loud in our gym, and I think it's fun.
And you've seen a couple of days you had the tie-dyes out there, the tie-dye Tuesday. Is that a tradition now you say?
Yeah, I guess I'm not a big, hey, let's do a ropes course and hold hands. That was my attempt at team building right there. And so I came up with tie-dye Tuesday, and girls got together and did tie-dye t-shirts. We gave them a t-shirt and off you go.
And this year you've actually launched for the first time ever a Twitter account for volleyball. That's trending. I think there's maybe 10 or 15 followers so far?
There's more than, I don't know, I post something, and if you read it, you read it. I'm excited when we do something great in that gym, and we're counting down. It's like a daily countdown on the whiteboard out there until we play Union, and I'm excited to play whoever first match of the year.
Well, talk about your journey here and entering your third year and building the program to where you want it to go, where we want it to go, and some of the steps you've taken. Last year was the most successful season we've had here in a decade plus. What has it meant going into this year with where the program's going and the climb you've taken?
Yeah, I didn't really expect us to climb that quickly. It's not a conference that it's like the Pac-10. It sounds great that you're in the Pac-10. It's like the Northern Sun. It's great, we're competing in that. It's really hard to get in the top 4 when you consider they're in the top 12 in the nation. And so for us, we just want to get better every day, and I know that's cliche, but it's really true for us. We're so young that if we can get a little better in August, a little better in September, I want to be really good in November. And I thought we were last year, and I think if we continue that trend, we always want to make the conference tournament if they continue to have it, but the biggest thing is to go to the NCAA tournament and get Northern some national exposure. And I've been there, Division I, and it's awesome to get those kids that their career, hey, I went to the NCAA tournament, and we made these strides every year, and so that's what we're shooting for.
Well, the neat thing about this conference is if you place in that top 4, you're one of the top 10 teams in the country, which is, I think, any other sport we have in this conference, you can say that. And traditionally, with Concordia and some of the top tier programs, success they've had at the national level is just raise the bar in terms of where we need to go.
For sure. Yeah, you walk into their building and the 6 banners are outside, then you walk in and they have the 6 banners inside, and we're just going to be us. I'm not worried about hanging banners. I think if we continue to recruit the right kids, the process will, you got to be process. If all I worried about was winning, I'd be pretty miserable, because we're going to get beat this year. I know that. But we're going to get better as the year goes along, and if all I did was concentrate on, I got to beat Concordia, you could be a miserable person here for a while. And so with our team, every match. So our first match is the most important one, and then the next one, and that's how we have to look at it.
Talk about your recruiting philosophy. You brought in some local talent this year, and also went as far as Florida. What's the message in terms of getting Northern State on the map at a national level and then the regional level?
The good thing is I've lived kind of all over, and so I've got recruiting contacts all over, and we'll get kids from anywhere. If you're good enough and it's a good fit for you here in Aberdeen, we want you here. And if you understand that this is not easy, what we want to do isn't easy to do in this conference, and in any sport, but especially volleyball, it's not going to be easy to win a conference title. Nor do I think we have to win a conference title to get in the NCAA tournament. Just making regionals, if you win regionals or get a shot at winning regionals, you can win a national title, because this is where it all happens. This is where the best teams in America are. And Tampa's going to have a nice year again, but really get out of our regional with the MIAA and us. That's the hardest part of it.
Mm-hmm. When you talk about this year, long bus trip down to Missouri this weekend, and trying to find that first match to even, again, compete against yourself for a couple weeks. What is the message now that we're in game week here in terms of preparation for this season?
Really, it's about us, and it's, again, cliche, but we don't have film on the opponents. I'm sure they're way different. We're way different than we were last year. the following week when we go to Mankato, we'll get game film on everyone and start our scouting reports. And I mean, we'll scout while we're there, but I know very little about most of the teams that are down there. And is it optimal to drive 11? I don't know. Let's go see what we got and test ourselves, and let's see if all the work we did in our gym pays off. And we have some really good pieces of the puzzle, and there's going to be some people that are going to shine that I expect to shine, and there's going to be some people that are going to surprise us, I think, on this team, and surprise people that they don't know anything about them really, or they didn't expect them to be this good this early, or a returner that's really good. And so that's what the first week's about.
Can you highlight what you've seen in camp in terms of some of the returners that were all conference last year, but then some of the seniors? We have a small senior class this year.
2, yeah. Sammy Nygaard has been phenomenal since last spring. She was behind Ella Campbell, and I think that shadow has been destroyed. Sammy's been so good, and so I'm excited about her. Whitney has turned her ankle, our other senior, and so she hasn't practiced. I'm not sure if she'll play or not. And then we got a nice little dogfight for the setting position with Morgan Richardson, who's a junior, and our sophomore All-American, our All-Conference kid, Drew Smith. And so Macy Finizio is the other junior, and she's in a fight too. And so it's great. I'm glad we had this time to see numbers-wise if, hey, you're the best kid that should go. And Kelsey Chambers and Drew Smith and Kerry McGarvey, those guys have been just having a really, really good camp. And so Renee Hoffman's in that battle with Sammy, and Juss is the other outside that we're looking at. And so it's been fun, actually. And I don't know if it's always fun for them, but I geek out at night and watch a lot of film, and I hope they are too, a little bit. And I think they are. They're starting to process the game a little bit, and here's the numbers I want to hit every day, and then here's the film work, and here's what I can get better at the next day. And my assistants are doing a great job too. So
good. Well, good luck this year. We got a full schedule at home this year. First game is not until September 21st, so the Wolves are going to be on the road for the first couple weeks here. But we've got a great atmosphere for volleyball, some new things, new net, some other cool things we got in the arena. So make sure you get out to Wax Arena this fall. First match, September 21st at 5 p.m. against Minot State. So it should be another exciting year for the Wolves. Until next time, take care. Go Wolves.